All right, so they made Terminators. Terminators are real, and they are deploying them to Ukraine. Humanoid robots that shoot guns. So we're going to dig into that today. Let's check this out. This is from Futurism. Company testing humanoid robot soldiers on the front lines of Ukraine. We think there's a moral imperative to put these robots into war instead of soldiers. It's really about saving lives. That's why we're building the killer robots. It's totally shameless. I get it, man. You wouldn't want to have a human life lost in the war. You just send a robot in to kill a bunch of people, and then you don't have to worry about anyone dying. Humanoid robots are already folding clothes, running marathons, and assembling cars. So it was probably only a matter of time before they ended up fighting on the front lines, too. Great intro. I mean, this is probably written by ChatGPT. You see that M dash? Why just have them do that? Why just have them do your chores, do the dishes? Well, we could have them shoot each other. I mean, come on. We got to think big, man. We got to think bigger. In a recent interview with Time, Mike LeBlanc, a combat veteran and co-founder of the robotics firm Foundation, revealed his company has already sent humanoid robots to the war-torn battlefields of Ukraine. Back in February, Foundation sent 2 Phantom Mk1 units for frontline reconnaissance duty. His goal is to build Phantom into a robot that can use any kind of weapon that a human can, like the killer robots in Terminator. I mean, it's funny with this sci-fi stuff, it's really just inspiration. Like all the dystopian movies you've ever seen have been watched by businessmen and founders who take the ideas from the horrific future and bring them to life. Wow. Don't ever say the arts don't have a role in society. Cool stuff. As the magazine observed in a February visit to a Foundation facility, it's already capable of wielding revolvers, semi-automatic pistols, shotguns, and a dummy M16 rifle. Oh, man. It's so over. So it seems like the ones that are in Ukraine are just doing reconnaissance work, so they're spying or moving around in places that soldiers don't want to go, which makes sense. Obviously, the kind of the looming thing here is that these are going to be weaponized. Like they're going to send soldiers to the battlefield that are just robots and have them shoot at people or I guess other robots. You know, whether these are operated by somebody or if it's some kind of like AI that operates itself. I'm not really sure. We got a video here of the robot factory that we can watch.
Right now at Foundation's design headquarters that we call Robo Factory 1. So right behind me is a robot called Phantom.
Dude, look at this thing. That is scary, man. You should be afraid. Wow. That's the abyss right there. You ever come face to face with that no face, it's over, dude. You're done.
The goal with the robot is essentially to build something that can interact with the world the way humans do. There are close to about 500 unique parts in the robot.
I want to see it shoot guns. Where are the guns?
Also together.
Yeah, we know. There's a bunch of screws. Guess what? There's a bunch of screws and microchips in the robot. Hey, man, you know, they're filming the video to do this. Hey, man, can you get some more shots of the robot stuff? How about just a bunch of bins full of screws and wires? Yeah, we know. We know what it is, dude. Oh. That is terrifying.
And now that the robot's fully built and calibrated, we're excited to take it out for a walk.
Imagine like a platoon of those coming over a hill towards you. I love these people building this, like just showing up for work like it's a normal day at work. Come on, man. Aren't you thinking about what you're doing? Gotta get your paycheck.
We want to build these machines and tools kind of in our own image.
Okay, I'm a little less scared of it after seeing it walk, because what the fuck was that, dude?
Fascinating that we want to build these machines and tools kind of...
Okay, that changes it a little bit. Because it's like walking so slow, and it's a really like dorky walk.
in our own image.
I know it'll get better, but... Never mind. Dude, let's watch. I gotta watch that again. That's so funny.
It's somewhat fascinating that we want to build.
You know, we spend 5 minutes of this like commercial about the robots with the dramatic music and the lighting and all the screws and motors that go into this, and then it just climaxes with this, you know, sort of old man shuffle.
these machines and tools kind of in our own image.
Oh, you figured out the gun shooting part, but you didn't get the walking right? Bro, just put wheels on it at that point. What the hell is that?
To me, the ideal future is a future where like you're in this screenless world and now you finally have robots that can use all the tools that we've built, where we don't have to be glued to a computer. We don't have to go and interface between different machines. We can by and large focus on things.
Guess what? You're not going to have to do any of that stuff because you're ushering in the apocalypse. So yeah, you're right. None of that stuff is going to matter. We're not going to have to worry about Bluetooth. Yeah, I'm going to be worried about collecting scrap metal off the fucking ground, bro. What are you talking about, man? I want to live in a screenless world. Oh, do you? Yeah, we're going to live in a screenless world. Going to be lots of sticks and stones, though. The fuck?
Things that we enjoy doing.
Well, that was weird as hell. Let's go to the original Time article about these robots. Yeah, look at this thing. See, when you pose it like that, it's kind of scary, but we saw the walking video, dude. You know, this thing's coming at me to punch me. I'm just going to tip it over. That's insane. You know, this thing's like walking towards you to attack you. You could just go run around it to the other side and push it over. I guess you want a soldier robot to look scary because it'll help you sell it to investors and to like, you know, different armies around the world. You will live to see horrors beyond what you could ever imagine. The U.S. is far from alone in exploring humanoid soldiers. Authoritarian regimes, including Russia and China, are developing the dual-use technology, pitting the West in a contest to create ever more powerful and efficient killing machines in human form. The humanoid soldier arms race is already happening. Okay, well, so there's a whole thing right there. You basically have to build these if you want to be a modern army and maintain your dominance. So they're inevitable, and it's coming. And I mean, yeah, there's another point in this article, which is like, hold on, I'm going to put this great image of the founders here. You know, what happens when this is deployed like at home to quell domestic unrest or used instead of, you know, cops or whatever? I mean, we're going to be ruled by these things. They're going to be marching around, get a knock on your door in the middle of the night. You're going to come with us. There are downsides. Humanoid robots are heavy and expensive, need regular recharging, and are likely to break down. How will they cope with mud, dust, and driving rain? Well, if it's like any other piece of technology, it's going to just fucking break. Yeah, what happens when you shoot it? It's going to break. What do you think? Deploying humanoids alongside regular troops may also bring additional dangers. For example, if you fall over next to a baby, you know how to land without hurting the baby. What? If you fall over next to a baby, you know how to land without hurting the baby. What? What is that hypothetical, dude? Will a humanoid be able to do that? Okay, so will a humanoid robot soldier that's next to a baby on the battlefield, if it falls over, will it know not to hurt the baby? Probably not. It's probably going to fall on the baby. I mean, what do you think? This person is an associate professor. Wow, asking the tough questions. What do you have, a PhD? You get a PhD to come up with that? Good one. Good thought. That's smart. Another sizable risk is a humanoid's ability to properly assess a situation. Even if the intent is to keep humans in the kill chain, infantry battles are more frantic scenarios than drone missions are. Like, if a child runs towards you clutching open scissors, it is self-evident to humans that the threat level is minimal. Would an embodied AI feel the same way? Or for that matter, does it feel anything at all? Let me answer the questions for you. Does the AI feel anything at all? No. It's a computer. Okay, don't need a degree to know that. What is this hypothetical again? Why do you keep using children in the hypotheticals with the kill robots? Kind of weird. If a child runs towards you clutching open scissors, it is self-evident to humans that the threat level is minimal. I mean, I don't know. If a kid's running at me with scissors, I'm still probably going to take the scissors away. I'm still probably not going to allow that. It's not like, oh, it's just a harmless fun. Playing with scissors, that's what I learned in school. Playing with scissors is harmless fun. So what a stupid fucking hypothetical. If there's a child running towards you with scissors, would the killer robot attack the child? That's what they're asking here. This is Time magazine, by the way. Would a robot shoot a kid charging at it with scissors? Yeah, that's a tough question. What do you think would happen? It would probably just fall over. That's what we learned from the other. Come on, man. What do you fucking think? It's a question of human dignity. These machines are not moral or legal agents, and they'll never understand the ethical implications of their actions. Yeah, no shit. It's a fucking robot, dude. He's a roboticist and philosopher. Yeah, I want that job. Look at this. Look at this. This guy is at work, and he's testing the robot by punching it with a pool noodle and a boxing glove. So they put a boxing glove on the end of a pool noodle, and this guy is punching the robot to what? Oh, it's testing its stability. Okay, yeah. Is the robot going to fall over if I beat it with a pool noodle? Dude, that's not a real job, man. Do I even got to say anything about all this? Okay, I won't. I'll spare them. Unlike the robots will do to us. In terms of humanoid soldiers, the technology is probably a couple years out from deploying them into combat. Okay, so we got a few years. You got a few years left. Ukraine, which now launches up to 9,000 drones every day, has become the world's premier testing ground for arms manufacturers. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. Like, basically, the Ukraine war is sort of this lab to test out all the military gear of these countries. And we've already got the drones flying around, you know, filming all the kills, flying around people, buzzing them as they give up and then die in the middle of a field. Oh, and yeah, soon it'll be like a kill cam from the POV of the robot, you know, marching in. You know, the camera's kind of like jerking around. Yeah, you're going to watch people die that way. But that's the future, and there's no stopping it. So that's cool. In the meantime, we can at least be entertained by these goofy videos. And the people making this think they're doing a good thing, and they think they're saving humanity, which is great. Man builds own prison cell. More news at 11. That's cool. What do I think of next?